Good morning, my name is Lucia Morel.
And my name is Roxette Fernandez.
And today we will be presenting the nephron and its functionality in the body.
The nephron is the functional unit of the kidney. It removes toxins, waste, and ions from the bloodstream and returns the needed substances back into the body. There are three sections which contribute to the filtration of these substances. One is the glomerulus. Two is the proximal convoluted tubule, or PCT. And three is the distal convoluted tubule, or DCT.
The high pressure in the capillaries sweats everything out except the blood cells, a process known as filtration which occurs in the glomerulus. Next, selective reabsorption consists of substances that the body needs to be returned to the blood and goes through the PCT. Some of these substances include glucose, ions, and amino acids. Finally, the DCT makes sure that the blood has the right number of ions and that any toxins that weren't removed are going to be expelled. The DCT also adjusts how much water is in the body by passing it through the urine. This is known as reabsorption and secretion.
The nephron that is shown here has the loop of Henle, meaning that it's particular to mammals. The glomerulus is a net of capillaries inside the glomerular capsule. The nephron contains one main interbollar artery that connects to one renal tubule. Each kidney contains hundreds of millions of nephrons. Additionally, the nephron is structured in such a way that the less concentrated cells are at the top and the ones with higher concentration are at the bottom.
Essentially, this model shows the filtration system in the kidneys. Through the creation of our own filtration system, meant to represent the nephron, this model is able to demonstrate how different substances from the blood, which are represented by the glitter in the water, get filtered out by the glomerulus. The pump also embodies the increase in blood pressure, which will pass by this container, representing the nephron and the filtration that occurs within it. Accordingly, selective reabsorption is portrayed in our model as some of the substances, such as glucose and amino acids, in the blood that once got filtered in the glomerulus, are returned to the blood in the renal vein. Inside of the container, both the proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule are represented by the cotton balls. Finally, the excess substances, such as drug residues, will be removed from the body through the urine that is secreted and stored in the bladder until it's excreted.
By the same token, the system in the nephron works in a similar way. The nephron is a minuscule part of the kidney that has a large role in filtration, reabsorption, and the secretion of certain substances. It is composed of various parts to complete this purpose. The blood first goes to the glomerulus for filtration. Later, it goes through a series of tubules that filter out unnecessary or excess substances. They will later continue onto the bladder as urine, which will be secreted, and those substances that are still needed by the body, such as water, will be reabsorbed into the bloodstream.
However, these functions can become impaired. One particular impediment is chronic kidney disease. This is a health problem in which the kidneys gradually lose their function. Specifically, the nephron is affected and its ability to filter out and secrete excess products deteriorate. When this disease initiates, there are a few symptoms present, with CKD becoming apparent after a significant amount of damage has been done. This condition doesn't have a particular treatment, and health professionals focus their attention more on stopping the progression of the disease. Nevertheless, if this condition is not treated, it can lead to end-stage kidney failure, which is fatal without artificial filtering or a kidney transplant.
However, there have been recent findings relating to nephrons. A new study is experimenting how the efficiency of a nephron correlates to the kidney health. This has only been tested on animals thus far. Nevertheless, it has been discovered that the functionality and filtration rate of one nephron affects how many nephrons a kidney contains and its metabolic demand. The end goal of this experiment is to find the efficiency of a singular nephron and compare it to the defined characteristics and biopsy findings of healthy kidney donors.
Another recent finding has been the nephron on a chip. This utilizes advanced technology to develop and build a device for drug recovery. The end goal is to construct a device that is able to show the area in the kidney where filtration and reabsorption occur. This will allow scientists to accelerate the drug recovery in the field that relates to kidney diseases.
In addition to this, there's a multitude of ways to protect the system in your body in order to make sure everything's functioning properly. Some of the things you can do are: 1. Have your blood and urine checked regularly. 2. Keep your blood sugar levels under control. 3. Maintain your blood pressure in check. 4, make healthy food choices. And finally, 5, exercise.
Doing all of this will help take care of the functionality of your kidneys and by correlation your nephrons. This also lowers the risk of developing any disease such as CKD.
This concludes our presentation.